going on, everybody? This is Dave, aka Gengar, coming into you on a Monday morning. And I don't have work. Yes, school got canceled. Teacher's day off. So I'm going to run you guys through how to run Handlock for all those newcomers to Hearthstone that have heard about Handlock and how amazing it can be. So sit back and enjoy. But the real tricks when you're playing Handlock have to deal with your timing and to not panic. You don't want to panic playing Handlock. This deck is meant to go late game. It's meant to go deep into your mana. So you won't be able to really steamroll people until about 6 or 7 mana. And you might not be able to steamroll people until you maybe get down to at least 10 health. But you have cards in your deck that are meant to work that way. Like Mountain Giant. Mountain Giant's a really good card if you started off with coin. But since I don't have coin, the card's going to take even longer to pull out. And these are all high level cards. Sylvanas would probably be the only one that you would actually keep in this, but it's still 6 and I don't have coin. So this hand's pretty useless, so you're going to want to get rid of the hand. Again, you're going to have higher level cards or higher mana cost cards when you're playing Handlock. So it's no worry that I have nothing below 5 mana to play. It's not ideal, but it's not a death sentence right now. Sylvanas is back. But again, the key right now is to get as many cards as possible because you are a lock, you are going to take some damage because you inflict damage on yourself. Obviously, this is the best move possible right now. Got Reno Jackson. He's a great card for later down the road when you're struggling, you're probably going to die. But we have a good combo here of Sylvanas and Shadow Flame that we can use later in the game if his board just gets absolutely out of control. And we also have the Twisting Nether, also for board control. But again, this deck's meant to go the distance. The longer he's just letting us grab cards, the better it honestly is. Okay, well there's a card. Most of the people are very iffy on Zombie Chow, just because it ends up giving your opponent 5 health back. But if you think about it, if you get it early enough, say you get it on your first turn, and he's able to do 6 damage right away, then the card's already earned its value. And the card itself is all about value. Right now, that's a pretty bad combo. He's going to be able to heal and grab more cards if we let that thing stay alive. And normally, I wouldn't advise using a Defender of Argus on this particular card, but the one thing you definitely don't want to give your opponent ever is a hand advantage, and I'm meant to go late game anyway, so we're just going to kill this thing for the sake of making sure he doesn't have cards. And this also gives us board control for later. Molten Giant's pretty useless. I've got a lot of health right now. Molten Giant's a card that you want probably later in the game if you're struggling, and you combine that with your Defender of Argus, because this card can get down to at least 1 mana if your health is low enough, and you just throw out 2 of them, and then a Defender of Argus, and then bam, you got 2 9/9 taunts that your opponent has to get through in order to even kill you, even though you have low health. And frankly, I don't understand why he did that. It's the incorrect move. He should have killed Zombie Chow, because it's a defending taunt that's got higher health and attack than Defender of Argus. Defender of Argus was pretty useless at this point. But we're gonna grab another card. Okay, another health card. We're pretty stacked on cards right now, in all honesty. What essentially is what this deck needs right now for me to draw is an Azure Drake, which takes advantage of how many cards I actually have in my hand and boosts it plus however many to the number of cards that I have in my hand. So its attack remains a 4, but I could have it to basically 9 health, which would be freaking a 4/9, which is just ridiculous. And especially since I'm playing a priest, priests have trouble dealing with cards that have 4 attack. They just like Shadow Word Pain, destroy minions with 3 or less attack, and then they have Shadow Word Death, which is 5 or more. So like they don't have anything to deal with 4 minions with 4 attack, which is a pain for removal when it comes to priests. Okay, so we have Cabal Talon Priests, give friendly minion 3 health. That would have been much more useful if he actually had it. So we have a couple options. I can play my Mountain Giant right now and try to bait out his Shadow Word Death. But beneficially right now for mana cost and for just my hand in general, Emperor Tot, I can't even say that. The Emperor card is going to decrease all my cards' mana costs. All of them. So all of them are going to cost 1 less mana to play. It uses up all mana, so it's a mana efficient play, honestly. And we're just going to take advantage of that. And hopefully we'll bait out a Shadow Word Death in the process. Because he has to kill this thing. Otherwise, it's just going to keep going. Yeah. Okay, so we baited that out. Which is fine. So this card's going to live. Give him back 5 health. He should heal this card, get it back up to 3. I don't understand why he did that. That was letting him know. He's level 23. He doesn't really know any better. Because now we can play. Because now he knows. He's like, well, yeah, he's right. It would have been better if it more beneficial for the health-wise to re-heal the character. And now he's going to realize he's playing Handlock. I'm pretty sure he knows now that he's playing Handlock. And again, man, this deck is meant for late game. So if you can last late game, it's almost unbeatable. Obviously, I'm playing a level 23, and a lot of people might point that out. But this is for the sake of those gamers that are just joining us for Hearthstone. And this is essentially what, when you play and you're a veteran, this is what a real deck is supposed to look like. Okay, I mean, that's not exactly the best mana efficient play, but it works for him, I guess. Just let him know that was the correct play. Okay, I was about to say, why would you attack? Like, you have to make me attack. You don't. Okay, so I have a couple options. I could Shadow Word Death or Siphon Soul. I could Siphon Soul and then play but I'm not gonna Siphon Soul, that's a waste. I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna play Mountain Giant, and then I'm gonna faceless this Mountain Giant. And then I'm gonna draw a card. And then I'm gonna let him know greetings. So you can see, like, I have a 7, an 8, and an 8. Like, I can basically almost kill him next turn. He's got to hope for something where he can clear my board, because otherwise he's done. Or at least get rid of the 7 too, and 1 giant. Like, he's got to be able to. I'll probably bait out another death for one of these Mountain Giants, and I'll probably lose Dr. Boom and 1 Mountain Giant is my worst case scenario. And then I'll still have an 8/8 on the board, but he won't have anything to deal with it. because he's going to waste all his cards on removal right now. And if he can't, then he's done. I mean, he can taunt and try to stay alive. Okay, so yeah, like I said, Rose, figured I was going to lose Dr. Boom. Let's see if he taunts himself or tries to remove one of my giants. Let's see. Okay, that card's pretty useless, honestly, but he should heal himself. So, he didn't play that off very well. What I am going to do is I am going to Siphon Soul that card. This is just a mana efficient play. A Siphon Soul for 5 and using up every piece of mana that I have. It's just a mana efficient play, and then we're going to do 16 damage to him. And I'm pretty sure that he's not going to be able to handle this. I mean, he's level 23. I didn't really expect anything much. But, again, this is exactly what the deck is supposed to look like. Again, you have a Reno Jackson in case you got down to like 5 health. Sylvanas plus a combo with Shadow Flame can clear the entire board almost and then take whatever minion survives. And then you have your cards that are meant to keep you alive. Your Antique Healbot, which heals you also. And your Sun Fury Protector, which you can put between your 2 taunts, and your opponent basically has to get through them in order for them to kill you. And then, of course, you have your Mass Removal and Twisting Nether. So, GG. Well played. He's done. He knows it. So, guys, this is how you sort of play Handlock. Sort of. So, yeah, he's just going to take it. We're going to be courteous and kind of show him what he was kind of dealing with. And, you know, you're all the way back up to all your health. Wow is right, yeah. And then we're showing him just all the removal that we had. Draw a card. Alexstrasza. That's just another card just to show you what the whole deck's about. I'll show you the whole deck list after this match. But, bam. There you go. That's just how... It's insane, this... what a Handlock can do if it reaches its mana curve. Okay, so we'll go back and we'll I'll show you the full deck list for Manos's, aka Gengar's deck list. So you have 1 Fire Imp, Flame Imp, sorry, Mortal Coil, 1 Soulfire, Zombie Chow, Dark Peddler, Dark Bomb, Earthen Ring. This card you can kind of swap out with any other type of healer. The main reason I keep an Owl and an Earthen Ring is just because I've always liked these 2 cards. I think that they're good viable sources. And, you know, those cards are interchangeable because you have Reno Jackson in here. This deck kind of revolves around Reno Jackson probably saving you. So in order for Reno Jackson to work, you have to have no more than 1 type of card. So you can't have 2 of anything. So you like there's 1 Molten Giant, and there's 1 Mountain Giant, and there's 1 Mal'Ganis. Like there's only 1 of every card. So again, towards the later end, you have an Alexstrasza, Dr. Boom, Ragnaros the Firelord, Twisting Nether, Sylvanas Windrunner, Dr. Boom, 1 Siphon Soul, Sludge Belcher, which is a great freaking card, Emperor, and then you have a Faceless. I just like Faceless. I think it's a great card. And this was the Twilight Drake I was talking about earlier that's going to take 1 card. And again, for all those players out there that aren't novices, this video is really just for the people that are just getting into Hearthstone and want to see what a real cool deck looks like when you get a good collection of really good cards. So that's it. Glad you guys joined us. Hopefully you learned a lot. If you have any more stuff, check us out, Money Match Gaming. Check out our website. We hold Smash Bros tournaments. Right now we're holding them every Sunday. We're having Smash Bros tournaments at 7:30. Cash money, baby. You can win cash money. 20. Not gonna cost you anything. $20. So if you play Smash Bros, come on by. But if you want to check out more Hearthstone content, let us know. Shoot us comments in the description of the video, in the comment section of the video. Sorry. And I'll be back with more with some cool deck